Taking a look at some of our national and international headlines for this Wednesday morning. It is Wednesday already. My goodness, it's August 9th, 2017. And the latest in the whole North Korean missile crisis, whatever you want to call it now, is that China has now fired its own warning shot in the whole confrontation, holding a series of live-fire exercises off the Korean coastline. Some are saying this is not simply a sign to North Korea that they need to get things in line, but it's also a sign to the United States. Hey, this is our backyard. Any conflict in this area, we're going to fight too. Also, a new white paper out of Japan looking at North Korea's current nuclear threat. They're saying it's at a new stage. They believe they may have actually miniaturized nuclear weapons, which means that these missiles, which could hit the United States, could be carrying nuclear weapons. Pick your poison, I suppose. The United States military has now been authorized to shoot down consumer drones that come into military airspace over any of the 133 military bases around the country. That'll be my subsequent commentary today. The latest thing to threaten the Paris Accord is not the withdrawal of the United States from the Paris Accord, but rather the Dodgy greenhouse gas data. They're claiming that more gases are being emitted than they're getting the records of. Of course, they have no way to prove this, as there are no records of these gases that they're saying are being emitted. A 7.0 magnitude earthquake struck the Sichuan province in China. It was widely felt, but there were no reports of injuries with it. And in Turkey, they have begun building a wall on its border with Iran, primarily or ostensibly to keep out the Kurds. This is 2017, right? And we're building walls on borders. Also, in the United States, the conservative elements within the Republican Party are now officially beginning to turn on Donald Trump, with some of the members like Jeff Flake out of Arizona pointing out how the Republican Party, in choosing Trump, struck a Faustian bargain. I mean, after all, he is a former Democrat who joined the Republican Party as an outsider. Well, now they're questioning whether or not he's really upholding the Republican Party's principles. Social media has turned against a designer called K.A. as they've produced a swastika line. And these swastikas are generally white, or they've got the rainbow coloration. So they're white with a rainbow background, or they've got the rainbow and a white background. It's basically like the gay pride rainbow. And they're saying that the swastika has been an ancient symbol of love and peace, and they're trying to reclaim it from the Nazis. Thus far, however, it is not met with much success. Brigitte Macron will not become France's first lady. Yeah, I don't know if you heard about this little controversy. There's never been a first lady in France, no official salaried position. And Macron had promised that he would put his wife in that. However, 280,000 people signed a petition to block her, and so now the government is backpedaling and saying that she will not get a salary for being married to the man who gets a salary. A number of other stories that we don't have time for today, including looking at Spain's position on Gibraltar, Google firing that employee who authorized the anti-diversity memo, or a possible military strike by the United States in the Philippines. If you want details on those stories, become a subscriber at radiofreespeech.com, and I will email you an audio link so that you can listen to 30 to 40 minutes of news at your leisure.